Hello, money family. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to day 4 of the Money Attraction Challenge. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys are all excited because I sure am. I am on a natural high. I think I'm always on a natural high. But today, this week especially, as we say in the Money family, is the most wonderful time of the year. And I am definitely on my natural high. I'm inviting all of you in the Money family. Come get some of this. Come get some of this. Come get some of this love. So, before we get started, I did something really funny yesterday with the guests that I had, and I thought, you know what? I want to share me a little bit more about me with all of you because I'm pretty sure when you see this Tasha, you're like, oh, she's always so confident. She's got it all together. Well, I want to show you the secret behind what you perceive to be all my confidence. It's my magic shoes. Yes, every single day I wear these shoes when I do this live. So give me a second to slip them on, see how much more confidence I get from that. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. Oh, I love it. All right, you guys. So today is day 4, and you got $111,000 to invest and to create a return 10 times. Now you probably wonder, where did Sasha come up with these things? I am the one that create all the spends, all the things for you to spend it on. And it might seem like fun and games, but there's so much psychology behind everything that I do. For example, you might notice on day 1, I gave you money to spend on you because truthfully, for most of us, we're trying to manifest more money, but we have a hard time treating ourselves. Well, what are you telling the universe if you can't do something special for you, especially when money is involved? And then on day 2, I said, okay, now gift this to somebody. I want you to feel how amazing the gratitude of knowing you were able to bless somebody because you had extra money. That for me is motivation to create as much wealth as I possibly can, just thinking about all the people that I'm going to be blessed, all the ways that I'm going to make life better for others because I created more wealth. And I wanted you to be able to feel how that feels. So, let's go after these financial dreams, right? And yesterday I said, go travel the world. One of the things I love about the science of getting rich, it says, God wants people to see his beauty. And we are meant to be traveling and seeing all the beauty of the world, and we need money to do it. That is the bottom line. So I wanted you to just, if you notice, I'm having you dream. And then today I gave you $111,000 because there was a time in my life a few years ago where I was dating someone who said, Tasha, if I gave you $10 million to create a return 3 times, what would you do with it? And I was stumped. This was not that long ago. So I've been teaching all about money. And when I got this question, I was like deer in the headlights. Like, I think I said, I think I would buy a KFC and a nightclub. Like I was so blank that I came up with, I don't even know what. I'm pretty sure that is exactly what I said. But what that question made me realize was that I had never expanded my mind to thinking of me in possession of $10 million and having to invest it. And from day 1 of this challenge, if you have never thought it, you can't have it. So I'm so grateful that he did ask me that question. And even at first, I didn't have the right answer or, something that was pretty strategic. It allowed me to see for myself, wow, I don't even think at that level. And so that's why I wanted to give you $111,000 for you to put yourself into thinking of, all my bills are paid. Like, yeah, I just woke up today and there it was, $111,000 sitting around cash. And I was like, well, how am I going to invest that? Because, here in the money family, we use our money to make money, right? So I want you guys thinking from excess. I want you dreaming from this place of excess. All right, here we go. I love all the ideas that you guys, I see a lot of great investment ideas. Come on, tell me. That's my favorite part. And so today we are talking about your number 1 money block, and I'm going to give you the down low formula. This is going to make so much sense to you. You're going to walk away from today going, what? And then you want to make sure you stay till the very end, till the lights turn off today, because I have one of the most special women to share with you. Oh my gosh, this woman joined our program last year in February when we did this challenge. She joined it. And I was thinking to myself as I was coming up, I bet she would have never imagined when she signed up that 12 months later, she would be on this stage with me, showcasing to the world how she changed her thinking, how she changed as a woman, a mother, and a wife, and how she manifested 6 figures in her bank account with ease. Actually, multiple 6 figures in a few months with ease. So you want to stick around because you want to hear from her. Trust me, get strap yourselves up because her energy, using my energy, is off the charts. She's amazing. All right, so let's jump right into what I have to share with you today. So the formula for manifesting more money, you want to write. Remember, note takers are what? Note takers are money makers. So I'm going to give you the formula for manifesting. I'm going to break it down and I'm going to walk you through which part of this formula has you blocked. You ready? Here we go. The formula is I plus M plus A equals R. Now, some of you may have heard that formula before at other events or in other places, and it's usually I plus M equals R. Well, I've adapted it. So this is the Tasha adapted version because I've just found this to be true for me. This is what I live by and what I teach, right? So I plus M equals R. Go ahead, type it, put it all in there. Let me make sure that you guys are seeing. You guys are putting it into that reticular activating system so that you remember it. I plus M equals R. So I'm going to break it down. I is your intention. This is your desire. This is the dreams that you have, the money you want, the bank balance you want, the net worth that you want, the life, the quality life that you want. It's your intention. I is intention. All right. I'm skipping over M for a minute. A is action, but not any old action. And here in the Money Family, oh, by the way, let me just tell you, we are not about busy work. We are not about working for the sake of working. We are about inspired action. So A is for action because in order to manifest, you must take action. The law of attraction is amazing, but not enough people are talking about the word attraction actually ends in action. The Science of Getting Rich says without action, you cannot receive, right? So I is intention, A is action, but I want you to be thinking, put in parentheses, inspired action. And then R is the result. This is when you get the thing. You've manifested it. You have it. You have love. You have the health you want, the spiritual connection you want, the money you want, the quality life you want, the vacations you want to be taking, all the things that you desire. It's an R. It's happened. And now I'm going to jump back to M. M is the mechanism. This part of the formula right here is where we all get stuck. Why? This is our number one money block. Because in the M, this is where we need to know how. We need to know, we need to see, we need to understand, how am I going to go from this intention to this result? And the need to control the mechanism is what has us stuck. Can I get a like, yes, Tasha, you're talking to me. That's me. I stay up all night long trying to figure out, how am I going to do that? How, like, what do I need to do? I can't figure it out. I have this wild, crazy financial dreams, but the how, it just keeps me stuck. Can I get some people telling me I'm talking to you all today? Like, let me look at the comments. There we go. So this is the part that keeps us stuck, and I want to help you to resolve that. I'm going to tell you, as you know, one of my famous stories, because I got lots of them. I not only have studied this body of work with my everything, but I live it. That's why I have so many stories for everything to tell you, because I've actually lived through learning. So I always said when I started on my journey, if there ever came a day where I had $500,000 in the bank, I would feel like that's it, right? So I'm at $0 at this point, and I go, if I ever got to $500,000, I would like, I would feel like a sense of relief. And so I wrote an intention around this. I journaled. I did the things that I'm going to teach you in the 120 days. I did all my things you hear everybody saying. I just do what Tasha tells me to do. Well, I can tell you what to do because I've done it for myself. So I did it for myself. I forgot about it. I said it. I was unattached. I just allowed it to come to me. And sure enough, I think this was 2 years ago now. I was getting ready to buy this house and I had to get funds together to show the bank, like, I have the money to do this. And I have two specific bank accounts where I have them on my phone. So I logged into my bank account. I see the totals of the two, and I went, oh my God, $500,000 in total sitting right there in my bank account. I remembered when that was such a pipe dream for me. It was such it was such a big intention. And my friends, if I would have sat down when I wrote that intention and go, okay, now what are the 10 steps that I'm going to take to get to $500,000 in 5 years in my bank account? First of all, I would have just given up. I would have stopped because at that point I had no income. So I couldn't even come up with step number one. I had no source of income. I couldn't even come up with plan number one, right? So you see how keeping yourself in the how is actually working against you. You have no idea how. And I'm going to prove it to you. Right now, I want you to think of your big number, not your $1 million. We all want, tons of millions. And I want you to want that. But right now, I just want you to go for this. Like I said, when I was at $0, I was like, if I could get to 5,000, like after my bills are paid, that's my next level of money freedom. If I could see 15,000, that's when I got to 5,000. I was like, if I could see 15,000, that's my next level of money freedom. I actually really love this idea of levels of money freedom, because financial freedom can sometimes seems like, woo, some way over the rainbow. I like to go, yep, $500,000 someday. That's awesome. But from zero to what is my next level? And at first it was 5,000, then it was 15, then it was 50. So wherever you are right now, I want you to think of your number, your next level of money freedom. What is the number that then you next achieve? You have this in the next few months sitting in the bank account is going to make you feel amazing. I know you're going to be tempted to write millions, and I want you to, like, go for it. But truthfully, let's just go for what you can believe in this moment. Okay. So that's your I. When you write it down, that number is your I. I want you to come up with right now 5 different ways that could happen for you, that you can just think of, that you can just imagine. 5 different ways you could get to that number. For example, for those of us that are in business, maybe you get a 6-figure client. One 6-figure client could do it. Maybe you get a job, a contract job, a consulting gig, a whatever. That's the number, the exact number, all at once. That's one idea. Another one is, if you have a job, maybe you get 100% increase in salary. Who says that can't happen? Everything is possible. Maybe you get an opportunity that's 100% increase in your salary, and there you go, bam, one shot, you got it. Maybe you get paid for an idea that you have. Have you ever thought of that? Maybe you win the lottery. Maybe you buy the perfect ticket and you win the lottery. Maybe there's a glitch in the system, some system somewhere, and you get an unexpected check. That's happened to me actually a few times in my lifetime. Maybe out of nowhere, somebody knocks at your door and says, oh, by the way, just so you know, we just did some legal proceedings and here's a check that's owed to you. Who knows how it can come? What if you pick a stock today? Like, let's say we were 10 years ago, we picked Tesla, Amazon, Facebook. What if you picked a stock today that 12 months from now, like, just goes through the roof, and in one shot, you get that number? what I want you to see, I want you to just start typing out some of your ideas. Just put them any crazy idea that you come up with, 5 different ways. Make your mind show you. It's creative, trust me. So just make it show you all the different ways that you could possibly come by getting that number. Because here is what you're going to realize. M, the mechanism, the how it happens is actually infinite. It's infinite. The number of ways that something can come about for you to get the result is infinite in how it could happen. And I like to say, thank you, Fran Acero, if you're watching. I always give you credit because this was such a gift to me. All of you writing, I want you to type this. When you think of the mechanism, that's where you get stuck. You get stuck in the how. So I want you all to type, how is not my business. How is not your business. The how of this formula, the way it's going to happen, that's not your part. It's not your part. Your part is the I. It's the intention. Your part is to take the inspired action. But the how, my friends, I'm telling you, if we were to give percentages to the left side of the formula, I would be 90% of the formula. That's the part you need to focus on. 10% is action. M, 0%. 0% of your time, energy. You are not being efficient when you are worrying about how. You're not. Because it's like I was thinking about this and I was thinking about all the amazing things that I've manifested in my life. And you know what? You see, when I get myself involved in the how, here is what happens. I end up choosing the hardest way to get it, bar none. When I start, I'm like, I gotta get it. I gotta figure this out. And I gotta do something. I gotta make it happen. I end up choosing the hardest way, bar none, either hard, wrong, just like the most convoluted way to make it happen. Meanwhile, God, universe, source, if you can get out of the way and get out of trying to figure out the how, you are going to see what happens is the easiest, most natural, most profound way for stuff to work out in your favor happens. So from this moment forward, how, it's not your part. That is not your part. It's like trying to do God's work. Can you breathe life, into someone? Can you make a plant grow? Why are you going to try to do that? That's God's work, right? So I'm very clear. God, that's your part. My part is the intention and the action. So when I talk about action, again, the A is inspired action. When you join us in the 120-day program, I'm going to teach you, because for so many of you, what's making you so exhausted is that you are acting in the most inefficient way. It is the hardest way to create a result. That's what you are doing. You're very busy going nowhere, or you're super busy and you're so busy, but you're only getting from here to here. Well, I want to show you how to take efficient action. So you go from here to here, and in the meantime, you're enjoying life. Like you have a life. Okay. So A is only 10% of the formula. And I want to show you in this 120 days how to start taking efficient action. So what does that mean? When I say to you, I'm going to show you about, really understanding this formula. Here is what you need to know. Your job is to master the I. Your job, your part in this manifesting formula, your part, because you're going to get inspired to take action and you have to take it, but that's only 10%. 90% is I have to become clear about what I really want. I have to have total faith in my intention. I have to put all of my thought power, this supercomputer up in my head, the reticular activating system. I got to really keep my thoughts pure on my intention. If this is making sense to you, if you're like finally understanding you've been doing it the wrong way, because that was me. When I first heard this formula, I was like, oh my God, I have been putting 90% on the how. Forget intention. Intention to me was like praying. I was like, all right, every now and then I'd say a little prayer, it was like 5%. I didn't understand. I did not understand. So if this makes sense to you, go ahead and type yes. Put it in there. Yes. Fill up my page with yeses. I want to know that this is making sense to you. And that is why you will understand. If it makes sense to you, you will begin to understand that this 120-day journey that I'm inviting you on, the Money and Profit Mastery Program, this is why I need to teach you how to dream again. The I is all about dreaming. When you are crystal clear about what you want, when you have clarity, you amplify manifesting. Does that make sense? Hang on, let me sit back a little bit because I feel like I'm like all up in your face. I want you to start thinking as we embark on this 120 days. This 5 days is going to end tomorrow, and then we're going to continue for 120 days. I want you to realize that the I part of this formula, your intention, this is all about what is your dream life that you deserve? How clear are you about that? I want to help you get crystal clear. I want you to start looking at the dreams that you have had that you've put on the shelf that you've forgotten about. Because in this 120 days, I like to say, I open your can of dreams and I show you how to get it. What are the steps that you need to take to get it? And then you've heard me talk about when you think about intention, you have to have such not only a clear vision, but you have to master visioning. It's not enough to think of it once, write an intention, put it away. Like you have to be living it. You have to live in the vision constantly. If you don't know how to master visioning and visualizing, I want to invite you to come on this 120-day journey, because actually I said to someone who just signed up, I'm going to spend an entire week of the 120 days just focusing on visioning. You guys, you know this stuff. You know how the law of attraction works. You have all the knowledge. You need implementing support. This is like the granular level of, all right, guys, come on. Let's go do some visioning and do it powerfully. I want to show you how to get easy and relaxed as your focus. I want you to understand that when you become intentional about easy and relaxed, I remember as an example, I wanted to really change how my body looked at one point, and I was going to the gym and I kept putting on weights. And one day I got there, I was like, I don't want to do this. This is so heavy. And I remember, wait a minute, I'm committed to easy and relaxed. And that day I went down in weights. And because I was like, I'm committed. I know I'm committed to easy and relaxed, I can get the same results. And that week, one of my friends who's like trains Olympians for Jamaica, works out with them, all that good stuff. We just happened to be having a conversation and I brought it up and he said, yeah, all you have to do is less weights, more reps. I was like, I knew there was easy and relaxed for everything. I want to show you how to become intentional about easy and relaxed. You're not doing that right now because you don't know how to be intentional about it. You don't know how to focus the I part of that. And the most important part of what happens with intention, how many of you, I want you to type this, time equals money. How many of you have heard that? Time equals money. And it's like, oh yeah, my time equals money. When you say that, what you are affirming is, I want to give up my time, the most precious asset you have. I want to give up my time to earn money. No, no, no. Here in the inner circle, in this 120 days, what I want to teach you is you use money to create time. You use money, you become masterful at intending, attracting, and creating money, not by hard work, but with more ease. And as you become more intentional, you put 90% of that formula on being intentional around, I want to make money so I have time. I want to make money so I have time. That is why you need to do this work, because otherwise, all you're doing is really living out what they told you: time equals money. Forget that. I want to make more money so I have more time. I remember when I was growing our business and I said to myself, what is a thing that's going to tell me we are successful? I am successful. What is my success intention? Again, we spend an entire week showing you how to become intentional, how to actually practice it, what to do. All of the testimonials, what do they say? Tasha told me what to do, and I did exactly that. That's what so many of you, that's all you need, is for me to tell you what to do. So I'm giving you the example for me. I became intentional. What would success look like for me? You know what it was? If I get to the point where I have enough money that I can take off 8 weeks in the summer. People, this was revolutionary for me. It wasn't that I want this amount of money in the bank. I was like, I have enough money, whatever that number is, that I can take off 8 weeks and travel. Those of you that have followed me for a while, you know I love Europe. I've traveled all over Europe. And once I set that intention, that's exactly what I started doing. 8 weeks every summer off, traveling. And you know what I'm not worrying about? Money. Because I already knew how to become intentional to create the money. So I got that time. And it's been priceless for me. In this 120 days, that's what I'm going to teach you all how to do. Are you ready for that kind of life? I want you guys, yes, I love it. I want you guys, this is the second to last invitation. The doors are closing. You've been watching all week and I don't know, if you haven't yet booked a call, what are you waiting for? How much more time do you need to go by where you keep trading time for money? How much more do you need another year? You want to be back here next year for the next challenge? You need 2 more years? You need 5 more years of doing it? Like, decide right now. Tasha, you know what? I'll check you back in 5 years. I'll come back in 7 years. I'll be ready then. Then like when I say I want people who are committed, that's not you. Me, I want to do it now. I want to figure this out now so I get time. And if that's you and you're ready, this is my second to last invitation. After this, we're closing the doors. So I want you to type, I am ready. If you have not yet booked a call, that's going to give you a link in Facebook Messenger, a message from me for you to book a call. I am ready. Or some of you are like, Tasha, I want more details. I want more info. I get those people. This is me. I'm very like, when my intuition hits, when I'm feeling it, I'm like, all right, go. I trust God. I trust my spirit. I trust my intuition. So I'm not necessarily one who needs all the details, but I know that some of you do. And so go to moneyandprofitmastery.com. It should be on the bottom of the screen. Moneyandprofitmastery.com. For all you details people, it's all there. Just all you need to do though is take the action of booking a call at the very end. All right, book a call. Let's go. That's right, Sanila. I am ready. Let's go. I am ready. You should also have a link pinned that you can see if when you type it in the comments, it doesn't pop up a message for you. There's a link by Tasha Powell Chen. You can click. I'm giving you every which way to find it. All right. Bottom line is, come on, let's do this. Do you know what I wake up every day during this 5-day challenge feeling? The joy. Like when you hear from my next guest, she had me in tears this morning. She literally left me a message that said, Tasha, thank you for existing. Yesterday, I spoke to Juanita, and she was in tears telling me, Tasha, I can feel that you really care. I wake up every day. I live to do this for you all. I've done it for myself. I live for when you come out on the other side and you're living free. You are living from the place where you can create anything you want, and you know it. You have it. You have the tools, and that's all you're doing all day long. Like, all I want to do is create people like that, and then we go on vacation together. That's all I want, right? I say I'm the smartest person ever. I created a business where I like show people how to live their dream, and then we all just be dreaming, living the dream, like we all become a big family of friends. That's what it's all about. So this is second to last call, my friends, and then the doors are closing. I am ready. Fill up our calendar. Let's get on the phones and talk with you. Let's make this life-changing decision. All right? Let's move forward and start living the life of your dreams. No more time for money. Time does not equals money. Money equals time. Don't make another second go by after you watch this video without taking an action step that will give that back to you, put you back in control of your life. Awesome. All right. I am going to turn it over now and invite the beautiful Christina Maria. Bring her up. Bring her up. Woohoo! Hello, gorgeous. I love that we got the memo. We both were.
Where was it? But I guess
like,
we were feeling it in our spirit.
We were. We saw, Christina, it's so funny. I went back and forth and I was like, God just kept saying red, red, red today. And here we are. Christina.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for
You
having me.
were here a year ago. You did this challenge a year ago. I remember when I made the invitation, and you were one of the people that I got to talk to, and you were not in the best place financially, right? Things were like you and your husband had made a financial decision, and you were like, but I need this, and I need this for me. So here you are, right? 12 months later, you do the program, and we change your thinking. I've shown you how to change your beingness to step into your feminine and to receive. You've changed as a mom, you've changed as a wife, you've changed as a woman, you've changed as a member of your family, and you manifested multiple, not a single, multiple six figures into the account for your family. One of the things that I remember you saying to me was, Tasha, I'm going to do this program. I don't even know what business I want to do. I have no idea. I just know I need to do it for me. And one of the things that was on your heart was, I want to feel like I'm contributing to my family. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Well, multiple six figures later, right? In an easy, and oh, by the way, easy and relaxed way, let me just tell you, in an easy and relaxed way, she manifested that. And that's amazing, right? The money is amazing. But you know what makes me tear up every time I get a message from Christina? And you're going to hear from her right now. The woman that she has become, the person that she has become, because she chose to do this for her. So, Christina, talk to the people. Tell them where you were last year when you did this.
Well, thank you, Tasha, for having me. You know how, from the bottom of my heart, I genuinely feel that the work that you do and the work that we put in, it's a contribution to making this world a better place.
Yeah.
So, as I'll tell you, and I'll forever say, thank you for existing.
Aww.
So last year, when I decided to join the manifesting party, it was wonderful. And then I did the 5-day challenge. And my husband and we made a conscious decision that I would put my career on the side and be a stay-at-home mom. And I loved it. Loved it, loved it. My son is 11, the little one is 7. That said, it's a one house income. And last year, in seeing myself wanting and desiring a change for myself, I took a leap of faith. And it was a leap of faith of not wondering, how am I going to pay for this? How? I just said, there is a way. There is a way for everything in this household for him to maintain this hot mamacita. There's money for everything. And I wanted this for myself because I knew that if I did it for myself, it's a it's a ripple effect. It will affect my husband, my children, and everything and anyone that surrounds me. So I took that leap of faith. I decided to join Tasha's course with everyone else in it. And what I realized when I really engulfed myself in it and just given it my all in all with no hesitation, with no bars down, how what was blocking me. And guess what was blocking me? This alpha female in me, and just being this little tough in every way possible. And I realized this doesn't work. If I made this conscious decision to be home with the kids and be the stay-home mom, then there's something about me that just doesn't resonate in my home. Now, mind you, I've been married for 19 years and he still gives me the willies. So it's that kind of marriage. Yet,
Ooh.
yet I wanted to take my marriage to another level, just another level that I would yet to know and yet to experience. And Tasha walked me through this, and I would call her sometimes feeling a little bit choked up. And I shared it with the group where I was very vulnerable and not putting a facade, but just being where I was, which was, even though I made the conscious decision to stay home, there was a guilt that was inside my heart because I wasn't contributing. And that's very disturbing. It was very disturbing to me. And I'm sure it manifested in my home in different ways. So Tasha said to me, we need to work in that feminine part. And feminine, it's not that prissy, but that feminine that even men have. Just opening myself up. And she gave me this phrase that I want you to write, even men. And I close my eyes and I say it many times a day, which is, I am soft, I am love, I am gentle, I am pure feminine. And when I started feeling it and living it, God allowed me to add a piece to that, which is, I am pure feminine and open to abundant blessings. Boy, that was like the explosive thing in my household where it took things to another level, where for my husband to tell me, honey, you've changed. And when I started this course, I didn't tell him that I was doing it. He trusted me with the money and running the funds at home and so forth. So the money would leave monthly. He had no idea what I was doing. So I also had to work with coming to terms and sharing that with him. But once he saw my change, it was like, okay, this Tasha thing is working.
This Tasha thing is working.
This manifesting thing, And I have always been very, as my mother calls me, out of my three girls, you just just a very mystical person. So it's always been in me, but I just decided to take this to another level. And what I have done is, in becoming that feminine in a more gentle way, even realizing, becoming aware that when I will fall asleep and I sleep on my back, I used to sleep with my fist closed, and there's no space. I'm tight and there's no space for openness. So even now when I sleep with my hands on my womb and just opened, and I share to God, and I just say, thank you for everything that you've given me. And I'm open to all the blessings that you want to bring to me. And that's how I fall asleep, with my brain waves, whether they're theta, gamma, delta, they're all there. And and it's been something magical. And for me to see in the most non-resistant way in how I manifested through and with my husband, the financial piece, is it a miracle? I don't know if you want to call it a miracle. And I created this.
Yeah.
I did it.
Can somebody type that for her? Like, you created it, Christina. You did it. You said yes to you. You did exactly what I told you to do. I mean, oh my God, did you do it? You did exactly it. And you know what? You didn't go work. You did not leave the kids. You did not sacrifice your soul and your time and your all this stuff. You just did what we shared and you created it. So it's not a miracle. It's another M word. It's your manifestation.
Right. And I heard you very clear, even in the 5 day challenge, as you're sharing it with many of us that are watching, which is the how is none of my beeswax. It isn't. It isn't. And when you put your energy in not focusing on that, but focusing on the intention, wow, there's so much power to it. And when I finished the 120 days, I saw how my marriage had changed. I saw it. And I felt it. And that alone, you feel the blessings in your home and things just kind of fall into place. And to see that, that's when I said, I'm ready to be an elite. I'm not even wondering on the how, because that manifestation of money, it didn't happen in the 120 days. My marriage was heightened in that time frame. But I say that to say that you've yet to see, when you're in this course, what will manifest. Yes, we're all in it for the money. I get it. But you will see so many pieces of your life that you will rekindle before even you become rich, or however frame you want to put it, or whatever rich to you is, being comfortable, feeling that sense of financial relief. It's important. And to me is just looking back and seeing, giving myself this gift from a place where I didn't know how the money was going to come out monthly. I did. And I left it to God. I left it to my intentions. The intentions were there. And paying very close attention to what Tasha shared with us and told us to do, when she says, unleash, truly unleash, let it go. She's done the work. She shared in a very humble way her story, her being in her kitchen floor, feeling that devastation. And many of us have felt that, maybe not in that form or that way, but in different ways. Give yourself this chance to become what you've yet to know.
One of the
Gosh,
things one of the things that you posted one time on our group that I love, you just randomly posted this and it has never left me. You said, give
give
yourself
yourself
permission to
permission to dream
dream with
with
zero
zero
limits.
limitations. Yes, yes. And I say it every day and I write it. And when when you gave us the assignment to write those mantras, I still write it in my journal. I write it in my journal. And to me, this is my second journal being in this. And when I feel that I'm done journaling and there's still room left on that page, I write my mantras and I know them and I feel them and I sense them and I live it.
Oh my gosh, Christina Maria, you're just the best. We could sit here for hours, and everyone's obviously still sitting. And I am so grateful. I mean, what I want everyone to hear is that Christina Maria was exactly where you were 12 months ago. What she has created in that time, yes, the multiple six figures is amazing. And it is. But the woman that she has become, the confidence and the certainty that she can create anything, that she is soft, she's feminine. So many of you, the thing is learning how to be open to receive. It's like you're doing all the things, but your block might be that you really are just walking around like this. you know? And so that's one of the things I want to teach you in this 120 days, how to become open to receiving so it becomes even easier. I mean, that's really it, you guys. Come on, book your call. I see some of you saying, "Oh, I need to watch the other videos, whatever." Like, okay, you have the rest of the week to watch all the other videos. Book your call. Let's do this. 12 months from now, where will you be? What is the gift that you're going to give yourself because you took the opportunity to turn an investment in you into giving you more time, a better life, a better person, a better marriage, more financial ease, traveling, having fun. I'm all about having fun. Having fun in how you live. Let's go. I am ready. What you want to say, Christina? It looks like you want to say something.
I did. I just wanted to say that the one thing that human beings do is we're very easy at feeling that sense of regret on what would it have been. Man, a year passed. How could my life have changed? And not living with that regret is where I am a walking testimony. I'm a walking testimony for many reasons. But this one, if you want something different, we have to do something different. We have to. And yes, I've done Landmark. I've done many personal development courses. You've never done this one though. And this is the one where you're hands-on, roll up your sleeves and dismantle all of this that is holding you back from what you can only imagine and dream. And out of desperation, it's not going to happen. Because the minute that I unleashed that sense of desperation, asking from a sense of desperation, nothing was happening, honey. It happened the minute that I let go and I became gentle and receiving and being okay where I was in my life and just seeking more through this course.
Woo! I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Christina. Oh my gosh, thank you. You guys, give her all kinds of love. Give her all kinds of love because she deserves it. Christina said not Christina, a lady in this group posted, her name is Karen. I'm not going to say her last name, but I scrolled through all the comments and she posted a comment and she said, I robbed myself. This was what, like I'm transcribing, but she said, I robbed myself of the chance to work with you. Now I talked to hundreds of people, right? I remember Karen. It was 2 years ago. If not that challenge last February, the one before, but I remember talking to her. She was all the way there and she backed out. And you know what she posted in the comments? I robbed myself. You know how hard that is to live with? I found you, Tasha. I felt it. I know I needed to do it. And I robbed myself. And here's what she said. I am now in a worse place than that time when we spoke. And at the time, this is to show you, Karen, if you're watching, you can validate because I remember the conversation. My memory is crazy. One of the things that people say is like, Tasha, you really care. I do. When I talk to you people, when we meet in the group, I love getting to know you. I am that mentor that knows what you want, remembers your dreams. I remember you. I care. And Karen said her thing at the time was she had spent her entire life making everybody else okay. She said, Tasha, I grew up with so much money. And then when I had it, I made sure to take care of everyone. And here she was in her 50s. There we go, Karen. There you go. You see, I'm not making it up. Karen, do you remember when we spoke? But this was the story she told me. She said, I have taken care of everyone except me. And she had that opportunity when we spoke to move forward and do the work. And again, when you are conditioned to be in a patterned behavior, unless you take a drastic action to change it, you're just going to find yourself back in the loop. And what saddens my heart for Karen is that she then posted, I'm in a worse place now. I don't want that to be for Karen or for any of you. Like Christina said, regret is the worst thing to have to live with. You did the praying, you did the asking, you did the hard work to find this place, to find this family, to find this community. You know that continuing for the next 120 days is what you need. All I'm asking you to do is to take the action, to book the call, and let's figure out how we continue together. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. Remember, how is not your business. Focus on your intention. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 5. Bye, everyone.